I know. When are you gonna stop making Pennywise videos? Pennywise is the primary antagonist to Stephen King's It. It's an ancient, cosmic entity from another dimension, existing for millions of years, and now sets its sights on preying on the children of Derry, Maine. Pennywise's true form is incomprehensible, but it most commonly manifests as a terrifying clown. His powers are vast, shape-shifting into its victims' deepest fears, telekinesis, regeneration, and the ability to create powerful illusions. It feeds on fear, making it stronger. He can even travel in time to rewrite his history. So technically, he is one of the strongest horror movie villains. And I was thinking, can he really solo the horror movie villain universe? Well, we finna find out right now. By the way, to make these fights fair, he cannot use the deadlights because he can literally just spam that. And for him to actually win, he has to make the victims fearful. So now, a relatively new but undeniably terrifying face. Art the Clown emerges from the indie horror scene. I'm not gonna lie to you, this silent sadistic nigga is the pure agent of chaos and cruelty. Art doesn't speak. He communicates through disturbing gestures and acts of unspeakable violence. He seems to possess supernatural resilience, shrugging off fatal injuries and reappearing seemingly at will. There's no clear motivation for his atrocities, only an insatiated desire to inflict pain and torment. His exact origins are unknown, which makes him even more terrifying. Art's primary weapon is his sheer unpredictability and unwavering commitment to depravity, and also his supernatural powers, cause like, bruh, he can get shot in the head and still come back to life, bruh. So yeah, you feel me? So is Pennywise winning this? This will be a brutal and disturbing encounter, not gonna lie. Art the Clown is fearless, or at least appears to be. He thrives on inflicting terror, but really doesn't show it himself, which is a massive disadvantage for Pennywise. Like I said, the rules are he cannot use deadlights, and also he cannot eat somebody if they do not fear him. I mean, he could. It would just taste like, I don't know, some thick ass sirloin steak bread. But anyways, this is a huge disadvantage for Pennywise in the fight. Pennywise would try to shapeshift into Art's greatest fear, but what is it? A clown who seemingly enjoys every grotesque act might not have readily accessible fears. However, Pennywise is a master manipulator, not gonna lie. It could try to break Art the Clown psychologically, since Art the Clown does have some type of deep-seated fears, like with his abandonment issues, or maybe him even being ignored. But truly, genuinely, the worst one is him becoming bored. It would aim to crush Art's spirit, to break his will, and perhaps even force him into experience true fear for the first time. The problem for Pennywise is that Art doesn't seem to have a human mind, low-key. And understanding Art's personality, if Pennywise tries to tap into the fears I previously stated, I feel like it would just make Art angry instead of scared, and might see all this as just a game. So looking in Art's perspective, I don't see Pennywise winning this. I mean, he would solo if he didn't have any shackles on him, but it's gonna be really extremely difficult. I ain't gonna lie. But don't sleep on Art though. He one of them, Satan's greatest soldiers.
Hey, look, some people need to be gone, bro. You know what I'm talking about? In order for shit to get better. And he one of them. I ain't gonna lie to you. He one of them, man. That dude, man, and he, whatever he say, he mean it, man.
First, let's pull back the veil on the antagonist of 2022, Smile. Often referred to as a smile entity, this is not just a ghost or a slasher or even something demonic. It's a sentient, ancient parasitic force. The history of the Smile demon is shrouded in a cycle of blood. It operates through a chain of trauma. The entity finds a host and begins to psychologically siege that typically lasts 4 to 7 days. During the time, it isolates the victim by creating a hyper-realistic hallucination that only they can see. It often takes the form of people the victims know, friends, family, or even a therapist, all wearing a fixed, uncanny, ear-to-ear grin. I'm glad some of this stuff don't exist, bro. Just end me right then and there, please. Oh, and oh yeah, one thing, you cannot delete your account in Minecraft if you get this entity. He gonna delete it for you when he feels like it. So yeah, you stuck, bro. You stuck. You literally stuck. But yeah, once the victim's mind is completely broken, the demon takes the total control of their body and forces them to commit a gruesome public deletion in front of a witness. This witness also becomes the next link in the chain, as the trauma of seeing their death allows the demon to burrow into their mind. Essentially a viral curse of misery, and his true form is a towering, skinless, multi-jawed nightmare. So I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
But with Pennywise solo, Yeah, this is ain't looking too good. Pennywise ain't gonna win. Neither the Smile entity. Matter of fact, they finna pull a 2017 Warriors. They finna join forces together and wreak havoc on the whole world. They both have similar goals: exploiting trauma, feeding on fear, and everything in the book. So I see them working together, bringing humanity down as a whole. So the losers in this is actually the world. So that's not a win or a loss for Pennywise. It's a meh. The embodiment of evil. Michael Myers is the Shape from Haddonfield, a silent, relentless force of nature. Michael's origins lie in the murder of his older sister at the age of 6. He escaped from a mental institution 15 years later, beginning his reign of terror. Michael is incredibly resilient, shrugging off bullets, stabbings, and even being burnt alive. He possesses superhuman strength and an almost supernatural ability to track his victims. He wears a blanket, expressionless mask, symbolizing the pure, unadulterated evil within him. His only known motivations seem to be an inexplicable drive to kill. His weaknesses are a few, but he can be temporarily incapacitated. And also too, he has hella plot armor, bro. This might be the most plot armor I've ever seen in fiction. Question is, can Pennywise still solo? The Shape versus the Clown. Michael Myers is terrifying because of his relentless, almost supernatural drive and his complete lack of emotion. This lack of emotion is a big problem for Pennywise, who feeds on fear. Pennywise will attempt to appear as Michael's greatest fears. But what does Michael even fear? Not killing anybody? His humanity? The potential for being truly stopped? This is very hard to pinpoint, and also with Michael's plot armor, this will be a very hard fight. Pennywise will likely try to manifest as a figure from Michael's past, perhaps his mother or sister, to try and invoke some type of reaction. It could warp Michael's reality, surround him with illusions, but like I said, Michael's lack of overt fear is a huge shield, and also the plot armor bro takes. To be honest with you, I feel like he could take Spider-Man on, bro. Anyways, I still give this to Pennywise though. Even though Michael Myers is a class 1 psychopath, it suggests his fear is losing his power, his mask, and his perceived identity as the Shape. So maybe if Pennywise taps into those fears, he can maybe get him. So we still gonna give it to him, you feel me? So that's 2-1-1 for Pennywise. Another unstoppable juggernaut. Jason Voorhees, like Michael Myers, is a relentless, largely emotionless killer. He is driven by primal instincts for revenge and territorial defense. His undead nature makes him extremely hard to kill. Pennywise will undoubtedly try to appear as Jason's greatest fears, perhaps his drowned childhood self or a version of his mother blaming him for her death. But Jason's mind is often depicted as simple, almost childlike, and focused on killing. It's unclear how deeply Pennywise's psychological attacks will penetrate him. Physically, Jason is a brute. He could certainly swing his machete at Pennywise, but Pennywise's shape-shifting powers mean physical attacks are often useless. Pennywise could literally appear anywhere, dodge every attack, dodge every blow type shit, bro. So Pennywise still wins this, bro. So that's 3-1-1.
Come on, man. That's too easy.
But next one on the list. Yeah, next one. Now, hold up. Yeah, Darkseid is a horror villain. Even though he's a part of DC Comics, this nigga is absolutely terrifying. This nigga is the embodiment of evil. Darkseid is the tyrannical ruler of the planet Apocalypse and the ultimate antagonist of the DC universe. He doesn't just want to kill his enemies. He wants to rob the entire multiverse of its free will. Bro, he murdered his own mother and brother to claim the Omega Force.
They not gonna play with me, bro, because I'm not gonna play. And I don't got nothing to lose. I don't got no family. I don't got no kids. I don't got nothing, nigga. You feel me? On the day.
Being a new god, a being that exists on a higher plane of reality. His Omega beams can erase matter from existence or teleport targets through time. He also wields the anti-life equation, a mathematical formula that proves all life is meaningless and must serve him. In the comics, the Darkseid we see is just an avatar. His true essence is so massive that if it fully entered our universe, the weight of his existence will cause reality to collapse. He even made a universe where Batman has to deal with SCPs, bro. And he's broke. So yeah, who wins this? Pennywise or Darkseid? Now, if Pennywise tries to play his usual games with the Darkseid avatar, he is in for a shock, bro. Darkseid has no childhood trauma. He has no repressed anxiety. Darkseid is fear. Without fear to salt the meat, Pennywise's clown form is physically weak. And also, Pennywise's deadlights versus Darkseid's true form is kind of like this. While the deadlights can consume planets, Darkseid has threatened the entire multiverse. In the final crisis event, Darkseid's mere presence began dragging all of reality into a black hole of his own soul. So yeah, Pennywise is a terrifying nightmare, but Darkseid is the end of all dreams. Pennywise relies on the imagination of his victims to manifest his power. Darkseid's whole goal is to destroy imagination and replace it with his own single will. Darkseid wouldn't just kill Pennywise, he would likely weaponize the deadlights. So yeah, Darkseid wins this, bro, and it's not even close. And now for a curveball. Okay, hold up. Let me cut. The Dark Knight himself, Batman. Yes, he is a horror villain to villains. Bruce Wayne, traumatized by the murder of his parents, dedicated his life to fighting crime in Gotham. He possesses no superpowers, relying instead on peak physical and mental conditioning, mastery of martial arts, detective skills, and an array of high-tech gadgets and vehicles. Batman is a master strategist and an expert in criminology and a formidable opponent to anyone, bruh. Even superpowered beings. He even dealt with Darkseid. So his biggest strength is his intellect, his unwavering will, and his preparation. So is Pennywise winning this? Hell no, man.
Whoa! This dude's riding him! I didn't even know you could do that!
The final score for Pennywise is 4-2-1. We are officially at the end of the video. Like and subscribe if y'all want to see part 2. In part 2, I'm definitely adding Slender Man. I got another question too. Should I make the end of the videos a segment? Well, I'm gonna do it right now, bro. So school is starting up soon, and I've been all over the place, man. I low-key just want to grind on YouTube all day, bro. I know my last few months haven't been that consistent, but this is new year, new me, you feel me? So I'm trying to upload every week or probably maybe even 5 days. So we grinding all of 2026. I even have a video where I did 1,000 push-ups every day for like 30 days straight. I finished that video way back in October, but didn't upload it because that editing was hell. And also too, I wanted to know what other videos I can make on that channel. I'm mainly going to focus on physical activities, so tell me in the comments what I should do. But once again, like and subscribe, and catch y'all later though.